Mary, please, Mary. Yep. Thank you.
When it comes to transport, improvements for other groups often result in disadvantages for pedestrians, especially renaming footpaths shared paths. Other decisions, look at this, it's porous, like using this porous material for footpaths will benefit everyone. It uses recycled rubber from vehicle tyres too. Please at least trial materials like this. I made a Freedom of Information request to see the plans for these planned cycleways, as I concern decisions will disadvantage pedestrians. But there are no plans. Considering just the Heathcote River route to illustrate funding, I note that in the 2015 to 2025 and the 2021 to 2031 plans, funds allocated in the following 3 years, 1.6 million and 206,000. How were these funds spent if there is no plan? This bike map shows that a route for all 3 cycleways might have been planned if I didn't know that the Freedom of Information response that there are no plans. In the current long-term plan, 89 million has been allocated to these 3 cycleways that have no plan. No plans for where they will go, composition of paths, their width, etc. How can you decide this funding with any accuracy? Another Freedom of Information asking about your footpath renewals in Summerfield Park 3 years ago. No plans, it's just footpath replacement. An external contractor. Yet a new path, as you can see. Who approved the extra path and expenditure for this? Coronation Hill Historic Reserve. Footpath renewal. A digger used to cut into the volcanic rock, bottom middle, to give a standard width. The rock used as base material, left photo. Shingle brought in from Springfield to replace a natural footpath, probably used constantly for over 100 years. I first ran this path over 45 years ago and have run over it hundreds of times in all seasons and weather, and it was never muddy, slippery or dusty due to its gentle slope and aspect. The bottom right is the path on the crater rim that was bypassed, just that section, to get a shorter new path. Looking to Coronation Hill Reserve on the left, there are natural paths going to the right of the hill which blend into the natural surroundings. By creating the path directly from the end of the car park, rather than from the other end, as it was, this stunning view of the harbour is bypassed. This is the comparison of the path going on either side of Coronation Hill. An original path on the left and the new path on the right. When I complained to Christchurch City Council and obtained a Freedom of Information of the works, these were included in the response. I fear that we are going to lose the special character of the footpaths on the Port Hills for this and future generations, with renewal of tracks without making the natural environment a major consideration. Some maintenance is required, but not the complete replacement with a path foreign to the area. Natural paths regularly requiring some agility, eye-foot coordination are beneficial to our bodies, and with twisting and turning and stepping up and down using muscle groups not otherwise used. I had to use a Freedom of Information to retain the Coronation Hill Historic Reserve Management Plan, which is dated 1989, hence requires reviewing. These works were within staff delegation, which it appears that all footpath works may be. There is no input by elected representatives or, of course, residents and users of these paths. A few staff decide works that cannot be reversed. My complaint was rejected because the decision makers weren't interested in other opinions, especially since they had completed the work no one else knew were planned. Some maintenance would have cost much less than the $32,000. A comparison with Harry L. Walkway, last major works in the 1970s using pick, shovel, barrows and manpower. These are examples of the track surface. terrain in keeping with the natural environment, an uneven surface, protruding roots and rocks, ensuring good foot-eye coordination, adapting stride lengths and body flexibility. A very popular track, lots of mental and physical health benefits, but it's concerning that staff delegation may see a digger go through this to remove anything preventing a standard width and smooth, even surface, plus a waste of thousands of dollars. Steps on the Port Hills are out of character and dangerous. Where these steps now are was previously strategically placed stones, much less risk of nasty falls. No, not going. That's not going to the next one. Christchurch City Council have removed the option of contracting yourselves by email. Why? For the sender, it ensures a time-stamped record of contact with the council and permits the inclusion of pictures. The recent Water Done Well consultation, if you completed the online form, did not result in being able to print a copy of your submission or confirmation of receipt. No, I had a summary, but there's no time for that. Thank you.
Okay, Tyler, please.
Hi, Mary. I remember you from last summer. I believe you were the marathon. You ran marathons in your day, correct?
A long time ago. Yeah.
I just wanted to talk about the porous pavement you got there. Is it flexible in all conditions? So, for example, if there were tree roots coming under, would it actually navigate around it?
Yeah, I got this from the UK. I took it to the council where I was living at the time, and they told me it wasn't up to specifications for footpaths. I contacted back the company I got the sample from, and they told me they had laid it all in central Manchester. So, yeah, and the advantage is that it doesn't split like asphalt does with tree roots. It's softer to land on. It uses recycled rubber, so it's environmentally friendly from that aspect. I just can't see any disadvantage of it.
Yeah, we use, yeah.
We do have some in town already around the trees and stuff on that top end High Street Mall kind of space. The trees have got that around on Colombo Street and stuff.
Yeah, some councils do it for trees, not for pedestrians.
Interesting.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. Righto. Thank you very much, Mary, for your patience and coming in to tell us what's going on. Okay, so we're just ahead of one person, but Colin's here. I